coming in hot, Chinchy. What's going on, brother?
Technological wizard Sean Casey, folks. If you did watch our last show with Mr. Sneed, the comedian who was hysterical, well, you go see it if you didn't. But Casey's been grinding so hard because he's had this video line running down his TV, his camera. What happened, Casey? You did it.
It's been so annoying. And also, if you're not using ChatGPT right now, my dad's using 85, dominating, like dominating another level, ChatGPT. If you're not using ChatGPT, guys, you're going to be left behind.
I know.
I ChatGPT this Sony thing, said something about exposures and told me what to hit. I go hit it. I have no idea what I'm doing. Bam! The shadows are gone, Chinch. Oh my, dude! I told you I was on Golic and Golic the other day. It was so bootleg, dude. I got the like, hey, you want to come on? Yeah, I know you got this big show. The mayor's office. I'm like, yeah, we're high tech. My man Rich Chichimino, he knows what he's doing. Next thing you know, 20 minutes on national television Golic. I'm like, what's going on here? It's so bootleg. I called it out. So, dude, I just hit one button and bam, dude, I'm so excited. I feel like it's Christmas or something.
This is like a big weight. It's a weight lifted. Sean don't like, doing anything half butt, as they say.
Yeah. I was going to get a new camera. I was just about to. I mean, that's kind of bootleg too, being like the guy. It's like, I'll just go get a new camera because I can't put it into ChatGPT and see if I can fix it myself.
Little extra work, man.
Exactly.
But we did it. All right. We got a lot going on. Great stuff going on. Let's kick things off with the Hall of Fame, dude. First of all, this is your generation, man. It's in there. These are your guys in the Hall of Fame. You got CC, you got Ichiro, you got Billy Wagner. That is about as complete. They were each pretty much the best at what they did during the time that they played.
Well, these are my guys, man. Even like Dave Parker going in. I was a big Pirate fan growing up. And Park should have gone in a long time ago. So for Dave Parker going in, wrote his speech. His son read it, wrote an incredible poem. What an amazing guy Dave Parker was. I mean, baseball was better. The Pirates were better. The Reds, the A's, anyone he played for, the Brewers, if Dave Parker was around. I mean, I got a chance to meet Park a lot throughout the years, but like with the red jacket and the Reds Hall of Fame, he was always holding court. So good for Park, good for Dick Allen, who talking to, I remember Jim Lefevre was my hitting coach in Cincinnati, said Dick Allen's the best player he's ever seen. When all big leaguer players, there's so many guys are saying Dick Allen's the best player they've ever seen, like, you got to do something about it. So, like, the thing that is bummed me a little bit about before I get to the other guys, Dave Parker and Dick Allen should have been in a long time ago, Chinch. They're both dead. So what are we doing?
I know.
What are we doing? Let's get it right. Let's get it right. Let's look at their numbers and get it right. Let's not do this stuff.
Yes.
But Dave Parker and Dick Allen should be up there today giving their speeches in front of their family and their kids like CeCe was and Billy and Ichiro and those guys. Like, come on. Get it right. Everyone knew Dick Allen was a Hall of Famer long. That's why guys like Lance Berkman, these guys, like, start getting it right. You know what I mean? Like, some of this stuff. Dick Allen and Parker were definitely Hall of Famers, though, too. And if you're holding people back because you think there was a scandal here and there, or Dick Allen wasn't that nice to the media and, all that stuff, at the end of the day, I had a guy that's in the Hall of Fame tell me one time, a very wise man, say, this isn't the Holy Land. This is the Promised Land. And if you want to get to the Holy Land in the Hall of Fame, you might have to gut half of it.
There you go.
I'm on a rant because I know Dave Parker well. That bothered me. It actually bothered me that Park just died a couple weeks ago. Parker just died like 3 weeks ago. And his son read the speech, was incredible. But Park should have done it, man. Dave Parker should have been in a long time ago, and everybody knew it.
Dude, you're absolutely right, man. And some of the writers, they go with this like, oh, well, okay, hold on. That's the year I'm going to vote for him because I'm voting.
It's a joke.
Get him
like that stuff. I can't stand that. And who's the one dude that didn't vote for Ichiro? Like, out of here, dude. Take your ballot. Get out. That's a joke, too. Ken Griffey Jr., who's the couple guys that, get out of here.
I agree.
There are some guys that are 100%ers. Sorry.
Yeah.
And Ichiro's one of them. And Ken Griffey Jr. is one of them. So, that's, but
you're
when
right.
I looked at this, Chinch, I know for you with CC, being such a big Yankee fan, dude, I came up with the Cleveland Indians, Guardians, whatever you want to say, and at the end of the day, dude, that guy was an icon in Cleveland, an icon in New York, and the reason he's a great teammate.
There you go.
And everyone loves CC, man. C was the best, and he was nasty, Chinch. When he first came up, dude, with 97, 98, he'd hit you with that slider, just a devastating hook. He was nasty, and you knew what you were looking at. He's a gamer.
Dude, hey, Gamer, how about the Milwaukee Brewers rental? Go back, folks. Go listen to or watch the CC on our show. First of all, him and Sean are great friends, and it was a great interview. But he said that was a great story. I remembered when he said the Brewers called. They're like, "Oh, okay, you just pitched whatever. We're gonna give you a week and you whatever." And he goes, "Get my plane. I'm pitching in 3 days. You guys are in a race. I'm pitching in 3 days." And they're like, "Wow!" And his agents and everybody that year. This is the gamer part. His agents and everybody that year. They're like, "Don't do anything. You're going to you're gonna get paid next year. You got to whatever." And he was like, "No, I'm a baseball player. I'm playing for a team. I'm gonna put a uniform on and I'm gonna pitch and hopefully my arm doesn't fall off." That's why he's a Hall of Famer.
Dude, well, it was that mentality that made him so great. It was that mentality. He wanted to, 30 starts. That old school mentality. He was talked about Carl Willis in Cleveland helped him so much, helped him with the slider, all that stuff. And, you're exactly right, though. That time in Milwaukee, Chinch, that's why he got the humongous deal in New York, because I think when he went to Milwaukee, he was pitching on 3 days. Right? He literally carried the Milwaukee Brewers to the postseason. Literally.
Yes.
And, I think the Yankees were like, we got to have this guy for the next 9 years.
Yeah, and guess what? What was the difference? The Yankees were twiddling until they get CC and they won a championship. That's the last championship in New York.
2009, right?
Yeah, they got all these championships. They got the championship with CC, and he might have been the main reason why back then.
Yeah, dude, congrats to you, C. One of our first guys. We should put up one of these, on maybe tomorrow. Put up CC's.
That's a good point.
That's a good one.
CC tomorrow. That's a good one.
Yeah,
and then, dude, Billy Wagner. We had him on too. What a guy! And
we were trying to get him on.
Yes, and hey, by the way, my height, my size, like Billy Wagner was like an inspiration to me and small ball players all around because the dude was about the biggest dude on the mound when he would throw the ball, right?
Well, dude, listen, Chinch, if you could throw 100 miles an hour with a 92-mile-an-hour slider, you'd be Billy Wagner. I got a great story in the Cape Cod League. I played there in '94. I believe Billy played there in '92. There was a guy named Bobby Lasanti who was the catcher at Notre Dame. And he told me this story. He's like, first day of the Cape, you're meeting everybody. Guys are from Florida State. Guys are from, Texas and Fresno State and Texas A&M and all over the South Carolina. And you're like, yeah. And I remember going up to this one guy, Jimmy Fisher. I don't know if you're out there fishing, listen, but I go up to Jimmy Fisher, Fresno State. I was like, hey, man, Sean Casey, where do you go to school? University of Richmond. He's like, is that D3? I go, D3? I go, we're spinning webs nationwide. What are you, nuts? Richmond Spiders, baby. Let's go. Right? So that's what, those first day introductions, dude, you feel a little inferior to the big dogs, but you can play, you can bang a little bit, right? So Bobby Lasanti, who's on that team, I said when I was introduced, they thought Richmond was D3 because they're all on the West Coast. He says he's going out, he's going out to the bullpen with some of the new guys, some of the pitchers, and he's the catcher. He's young. He's a freshman. And he's like, introducing himself. He's going out with this small lefty to go out to the, throw a pen. He goes, what's your name, man? His name's Billy Wagner. Where you from? Durham College in Virginia, which is a legit D3 school, I believe. D3, dude. It's from where he's from up there in Virginia. So he's like, all right. He's like, and Bobby's like, I go to Notre Dame. What do you throw? And how hard do you throw? He's like, well, I'm fastball, curveball, throw my fastball, 98 to 100. Right? And he's like, this guy must be the biggest liar ever. That's what he says. He's like, this guy must be the biggest liar ever. So he walks behind the dish. Here goes, Billy goes out to the bump, gets set. Bam! Like rookie of the year. Woo! He set his gloves smoking me. He gets it. He's like, what? He's like, I got to see that again. Throws it back to Billy. Billy gets it. Gets set, wham! The sign's like, boom! He almost broke his thumb. He was like, oh my God, this guy is not kidding. He's from Ferrum College, he's D3, and he's pumping 100 miles an hour. He's not joking. And that was his coming out party, dude. He went and played for the Brewster Whitecaps, Cape Cod League coming out party. Chinch, I had to face him so many times to close out games. I was in the same division as him, dude. Every time when we were at Minute Maid Park, you look up, I mean, you couldn't help but to look. Take a pic. 101, 102, like back in the day.
Yes.
So that was like 105. I bet you if Wagner was on the gun now, it's probably 105, 104. I'm not kidding.
Yeah, I believe you, dude. That's cool.
He threw gas, and he started developing a slider. And it turns out I saw he did an interview with Matty V. He was saying he developed the slider from Brad Lidge, and Brad Lidge had one of the nastiest sliders. So Billy started throwing that, and he had the little curveball, but he was nasty, dude. He was coming right at you. He threw like a catcher. He comes set, bam, right from his ear, wham, downhill, big legs, and just a nice guy. I remember at the 99 All-Star game, you know, you get a box of hats, Chinch, and you get a box of like Cincinnati Reds hats. So what I do is I sign the thing, and I go around, hey, can we trade hats?
Yeah. Fun.
X was the first guy to come up to me.
Really?
And he's like, Case, can we trade hats? I'm like, yeah, we could trade hats. It was his first All-Star game, my first All-Star game. It was, but I knew, like I said, dude, when you're a player, you know what you're looking at. I know it's like Billy Wagner's not a Hall of Famer. Who is? I'm just wondering. Tell me.
All the guys from your time when he wasn't getting in were mad. You guys were mad for years until finally Wagner gets in. Everybody ever faced him.
No, we were, dude, because we know. Like Kurt Schilling. Let's stop that whole nonsense. Dude, get Kurt Schilling in. Like, what are we doing? But like, Billy Wagner was all of him, and dude, he was so freaking nasty at the back end of that pen, dude. I did not like facing him. I don't have great numbers off him too. I think I hit like 210 off him, blooped a couple to the left. Like, it was an uncomfortable bat, and every time we face the Astros, I'm like, here he comes, baby. Billy coming out throwing absolute BBs up there, you know, so nasty.
All right, great stuff. And
Ichiro.
Forget it.
Ichiro.
Stud.
Dude, 2001's my second All-Star game with Seattle. It's Ichiro Mania, dude. He has 240 hits that year. He wins Rookie of the Year and MVP. You know, and it's, you know, everyone's like, can he play in the big leagues? Yeah, I think he's going to be one of the greatest players ever. But I remember, like, getting an autograph from him in Cincinnati. I was so fired up about that. I went through my bats the other day that I collected holding guys on at first. Like, I must have asked him twice because I got 2 Ichiro bats.
That's awesome.
I'm like, yes. So 2 Ichiro. And dude, a couple great stories. I think I might have told this, but it's worth it telling again. Yeah, I told you Mike Cameron was one of the, you know, 99 Reds. He was one of my favorite guys. And he always just say, I can't call it. I can't. Cam, what's up, bro? I can't call it. He always say I can't call it. It's kind of our funny thing. I can't call it. Cam would always be like, I can't call it, Case. He called me Stone Cold. Stone Cold, I can't call it. So sure enough, Cam ends up trading to Seattle. 2001, when we go play the Mariners, and Ichiro gets on first base. And I'm like, hey, man. I said something like, way to swing it, or good to see you. I said, how's it going? How's it going? He goes, I can't call it. I go, oh, my God, it's Mike Cameron. So I guess Cam was like teaching. Cam was the guy that like taught English to Ichiro. And one of the first things he taught him was, I can't call it. And one other story. He comes to first base one time. He gets a hit in Detroit, and it's a bang-bang play, and boom. You know, as a first baseman, you can feel safe or out. And he's no doubt safe, Chinch. No doubt safe. So he's safe, and the ump's like, out. And I'm like, oh, man. So I start to throw it around. And it's the first time he goes, whoa, 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 whoa. He comes back. He grabs me. He's like, Case, stop. Tell him I was safe. Tell him I was safe. And I'm like, I just had to put my head down. It was so funny, but he was right. He was 100% safe. And I was like, oh, man, he called you out. I'm out of here.
God.
Case, tell him I was safe.
Dude, he's one of my favorite players ever. He was so cool. That's the thing about him. Like, cool. It's like, you know, it's funny how some of those guys, and think about, like, he had the weight of a nation. That's like what you see what Shohei Ohtani's doing, especially if you're a younger guy right now. Ichiro is like that. These guys that come here, like Matsui when he came, like, it's like the whole world is watching, and then they're that good, and they deliver. And it's like brings the game global. Like, thank God for him. Yeah,
it really does, dude. And Ichiro was doing stuff too. I think that people started to take note of. He had his own weight training machines brought in from Japan. Wherever he went, he did those. Mm-hmm. You know, he did all his like
a lot of
stretching. Yeah,
you guys weren't doing back.
Yeah, ridiculous routine. Yeah. Ridiculous routine. Like, you know, hours. Like, and then you're seeing like Paul Skeens. Paul Skeens like, I have a 2-hour stretching routine before I go. You watch Aaron Judge before the games. Because I was in the weight room. Aaron Judge has this whole stretching routine. Like, Ichiro never really went on the IL. I don't think he did one time, dude. And how do you get 3,000 some hits? You don't go on the IL. You got to play.
There you go.
You got to play. That's how you get 3,000 hits.
What was your stretching routine before the Bananas game?
For the Bananas, a couple swings in the cages. I'm ready to go, boys. Let's get them. How about Jake getting on me after the Bananas? He's like, Dad, what'd you do to stretch? I was like, I hit. Took a couple rips.
So good. So good. Anyway, yes. All right. Congratulations to all those guys. And then, hey, let's keep the good vibes rolling, bro. Your Cincinnati Reds. We have a weekend sweep. They're in a 4-game win streak. They are 10-4 in their last 14. They're 6 games over 500. And they're an inch and a half away from the final wild card spot as we speak.
Well, what I said they were coming.
You said
I said they're coming. The Reds are coming. They've been hanging around, and they're about to make that run. You know, you think of they're going to the Bristol Motor Speedway coming up this weekend. That's like that.
Really cool, by the way.
Reds, Braves. I'm going to be there. It's going to be incredible. But, you know, it's like that NASCAR. You're hanging on, and wham, those last, 10 laps or something, all of a sudden. I think that's going to be the Reds. You know why, Chinch? Look at their bullpen. Nasty.
Yeah.
Their bullpen's been nasty. Look at that rotation, dude. And Hunter Green's coming back.
Yes.
But that rotation, Singer pitched well, on yesterday. Lodolo's been lights out. Andrew Abbott's been lights out. Nick Martinez threw well the other day. Singer, Hunter Green's coming back. Chase Burns is, he's getting it going. But like, my point is, dude, they have the pitching. Now in the second half, McClain's starting to pick it up. Frito's been good at the top. Steer's swinging it. Ellie De La Cruz is a superstar. Like they got some pieces. Trevor, how about Jose Trevino? First off, Simpson gets on and boom, he hoses them right away. That sends a message. So that's a huge sweep, dude. Huge sweep of a good team. That's Terry Francona's now setting that culture. What are they, 56-50?
They are
56-50.
50.
Six games over 500 the first time since the middle of 2023, dude. This is they're making a run.
They're making a run. How about this too? To your point, Case. Remember in the beginning of the year, the pitching was like lights out. They were giving up maybe 2 runs a game and losing. They got a plus 45 right now run differential.
Wow.
I'm telling you. And I was just reading up a little bit more because I haven't been able to see every one of their games, but like timely hitting. They're at least having the timely hitting when they're not hitting. Earlier in the year, they were not hitting and couldn't score.
Yeah.
But hey, today was a good example. I mean, I think they only got a few hits. They won another ball game. It's unbelievable.
There's no doubt. And also, Chinch, when you look back at that, remember there was they got shut out 3 games in a row.
Yes. Yeah.
It hadn't happened in like 100 years or something.
Right.
Ridiculous. So,
They couldn't do anything. But hey, how about you got a manager like that, right?
Dude,
that you get paid for that, right? Terry Francona earns his money for pushing him through to this point of the season. That's a whole
keeps the troops together, dude. Listen, the one thing about Tito is that he expects so much, but he's got your back, never going to show you up. So you feel the pressure a little bit when you're in the clubhouse with Tito, and you got to play to a certain standard. It's the way it goes. And I feel like he just knows what buttons to push to get the best out of every one of those players in there, man. So
there you go.
But the biggest thing is he has their back, and they know it. And it's just exciting, man. Exciting if you're in the Queen City right now and you're pulling for the Reds and they're a half game back.
There you go. Also exciting, the NL West is very interesting again. You said, hey, we got to talk about the San Diego Padres today.
Yeah.
Why?
Well, it's the same as the Reds. You kind of look up, you're like, the Padres, they're creeping. They could be better because the Dodgers are falling on hard times.
Mm-hmm.
And the Padres haven't made up a ton of games, but I did look up and they're 4 back now.
There you go.
So they're 4 back. They're still up in the wild card by half game on the Reds. It's getting fun. The Giants have dive bombed since they got Devers. I mean, it's not Devers' fault, but they just they have not played well.
They've lost 8 of 10 right now.
8 of 10. Right,
yeah, they're 6.5 games back.
Boston's trying to creep back. They're 6.5 back. New York's 5.5 back. Tampa didn't do themselves any favor. They're at 500 now. If they're getting swept by the Reds, 10 back.
Yeah.
The Tigers got a big win today against the Blue Jays, who are surging too. So Milwaukee and Chicago tied atop the Central. The Mets are a game up on the Phillies. I mean, just great races, dude. This is it, man. Buckle up.
Hey, dude, we got less than a week. This Thursday, 6 Eastern. That's your deadline. That's the trade deadline. Yankees made a couple of moves. Mets made a couple little moves.
Yeah. What do you think about Ryan McMahon, dude? What do you think
First of all, he proved this weekend defensively, like major upgrade there. From all I've been listening and hearing from scouts and people who know more than me, is that he was probably a little a little too meaty in the middle of that lineup. Like has to do too much. But with the Yankees, he can go down. I mean, granted, Judge is down for. Thank God it's not for the whole rest of the season, but Judge down a little bit, and then. But I think as like a 7, 8, 9 hitter in that lineup, the defense he played, he literally made 2 plays that nobody has made on the Yankees at third base this year.
Legit, big ones.
Like,
how about the dive to his right, came up throwing.
Yeah. The interesting thing was like it says like the Yankees weren't gonna. We've been talking about Suarez. They didn't go big for Suarez, which means what are they doing in these next few days? Is it pitching? Is it and who's getting a big guy? Case, what do you think?
Who's getting Suarez?
Is Suarez the game?
Is the Phillies getting him?
I don't know. It's good. Hey, the Reds. People have been talking about
the Red, dude. Listen, if you're on the Reds right now and you're Tito, you're in Nick Kral's ear saying, "Hey, go get us somebody."
I know because of you, not for anything with me, but we have a lot of Reds fans who follow this show. Dude, if you guys get Eugenio Suarez
back,
the energy is going to be through the roof in Cincinnati.
You love getting guys like that. I remember when I was with the 99 Reds.
Tell me a story.
When I was with the 99 Reds, dude, we're right there. We're like, man, we're so close. And Jim Bowden, the wheeler and dealer dude, it was like, we needed one more starter. He went and got Juan Guzman. Remember Juan Guzman for the Blue Jays? Juan was nasty. We had to trade B.J. Ryan for him. He ended up having a great career with the Orioles and Blue Jays. But we got Juan Guzman, and he was a difference maker for us, dude, down the stretch. He was legit.
He was legit.
So when you're in that clubhouse, you're waiting for somebody. Give us somebody. We want to know the front office cares as much as we do down here. Get us Suarez, especially for a guy like Castellini who has the money. Like I'm just saying, like, go get these Reds fans what they want, man. Get this. There's be nothing better than the win in Cincinnati, man. Nothing better than the win in Cincinnati.
Guzman went 6-3 for you guys in 12 starts with an ERA barely over 3.
I told you, dude. He was filthy. He was filthy, and it was the right call. It was the right call. It was what we needed.
You had a championship team back then.
Oh, we were loaded, dude.
That was such a good team.
We were so good, dude. It's depressing to think that we didn't win it.
All right, hey, dude, did you see the kid from the A's? We haven't talked about this.
Nick Kurtz?
Holy Stromboli.
Bro, can I just say one thing really quick?
Please do.
This is what makes me think of the draft of like the Michael Jordan. I'm not comparing him to Michael Jordan, but I'm saying he went 4th. You just hope the people that want 1, 2, and 3 have monster careers.
Right.
Because people in the industry and in scouting knew he was the best hitter in the draft back then. Tom Walters, who's the head coach of Wake Forest, told me and a ton of people, he's the best college hitter I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's on our team, but he rakes. Had a little bit of a hammy at the beginning of his junior year, got off to a slow start, but then picked it up in second half, dominated. Dude, this guy rakes, could always rake. See how he hit 3 of his homers to left center.
Yep.
Hit 1 second deck, almost had a 5th homer.
Can you inches?
Yeah, no one's ever hit 5, right?
No, that would have been it. By the way, he's 6'5", 240, bro.
But this change, and he runs pretty well. Here's the problem, dude. We're evaluating all these athletes. This guy runs this guy. You can't steal first. Hold on. Hang on real quick. You can't steal first in the big leagues. You can't steal first. You have to be able to mash. You got to bang. You got to be able to rake. You got to be a guy that freaking is legit in the box, a guy that can hit. Those are your big leaguers. Mm-hmm. I see all these. I'll tell you what. One another name, Andrew Fisher. He went 20th this year to the Brewers in the first round. He's a guy I look at and go, how does this guy get to 20? You're drafting all these high school shortstops that aren't proven, but Andrew Fisher has 25 pumps for Tennessee. He's hitting 350. He rakes. If you're any kind of scout, you look at this guy. This guy rakes. But we're taking all these athletic. This guy's a good athlete. He can be a good utility guy. No, I need guys that can hit the ball out of the park like Nick Kurtz and bang. That's what I need. So he drops to 4 because he's not maybe the perfect athlete, the 5-tool player. Hey, you can't steal first. No disrespect to Ruben Rivera. Ruben Rivera, I don't know if you remember him with the Yankees, came to the Reds. At 5 o'clock, Chinch, I'd never seen a better player in my entire life, dude. Cannon of an arm, 6'4", 6'5", jacked, could fly around the bases, hits the ball 500 feet during BP. I'm not kidding you. 500 feet. No, I've never seen someone hit it further. 500 feet. Well, Adam Dunn, William Pena on my team, too. Ridiculous. Ken Griffey Jr. Left center, dude. Rick can fly, everything, dude. At 5 o'clock, this guy has more tools. He's O'Neal Cruz back. This guy can do it all. Dude, get in the game, 0-4, 3 punch-outs, 2 punch-outs. We're talking game-time hitters. We want to draft all these athletes, and the analytic guys go, well, he's got this and that. Stop it. Start getting the scouting eye on people and go, this guy bangs. This guy rakes. You know what I mean? Like, because he's a first baseman and, he doesn't maybe do some of the other stuff other guys do, you're going to pass on him. You can't steal first. Nick Kurtz is going to get on, hit the ball at the ballpark, drive in doubles more than any of those athletic 5-tool guys that you think are just going to do this, this, and this. You got to be able to hit in the big leagues.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man. He's hitting 309 with 20 bombs, dude.
And, dude, don't forget, he had 8 bombs in AAA, in 20 games.
Yeah, and don't forget,
he would have 32 bombs right now.
Don't forget who he's playing for right now. They don't even have a baseball field.
Right.
It's unbelievable, man.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Think about that. You're coming up to the big leagues in that environment, with all the chaos around that team. That's the distractions you could have. And this dude is nasty. Good-looking kid, too. He's got
really good looking kid. Just, it's incredible. I love it. Like I said, I love that he was going bullet, bullet, bullet to left field, bombs, and then opens them up to right. That's how you get 6 hits in a game.
I know, dude. I'm telling you.
You don't think he's working on that in BP, or do you think he's just pulling balls in the air as high as he can?
Yeah, that's great. It's great. This is great. All right, we're in good times. We're going to be on a roll this week. First and foremost, Sean Casey's got a one-on-one interview.
Oh, we got Pat Murphy, manager, if not the best team.
He's up
62-43, tied for the best or second to the best record in the big leagues. Who's won? Oh, you got the Blue Jays and then the Brewers.
Yeah,
Brewers Cubs.
Fourth.
So we got Pat Murphy, my man, our man, friend of the show, coming back for the second time. I can't wait to talk to Murph about this great team, what they're doing. Line it up. It's going to be a great show, man. Great show. Tuesday. Shit, you got to teach me how to work this stuff.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's got to do the machine on himself.
Yeah,
hey, dude, you fixed your camera. We're already halfway there.
Dude, I can't believe I fixed my camera. I'm so excited.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Love you, dude. Great to see you. Everyone out there, we appreciate you listening. We really do. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Subscribe and download. It's free. Let's get it. See you Tuesday.